Morning, everybody. How you doing? Just getting ready to take my maracas. Conclosters first, Necromancer second, Uthway is third. Hello, Uthway. Kind of early today. Try not to spill drink all over myself. My excitement. Tesla. That one's. Come here, Nugget. Go, big kitten stretch. What a big stretch for such a tiny kitten. Almost double your length. He's still eating his breakfast. So, as Necromancer's request yesterday, we are going to do Eggies 2.0. To see how far we've come in our painting abilities. The first exercise I did always the fun part of selecting the color. Go with that as a starter. And don't worry, the old one's still there. And then we just modify it as we go. There's our wonderful round mixing brush. I do want to turn this though. I have this weird curve to my probably because I'm drawing from my wrist and not my arm because rather my shoulder. Because my tablet is too small. Trust the process. I don't know whether I did this one on stream or not. Nah. Nah! Right in the face. Good stretch. Everybody stretch and hydrate. Okay, you remember the egg. Look, it's so long ago for me, my brain is just like, nah, fuck that. I don't even remember. Because it's in the 2024 folder, so I know I did it before I really got back into streaming, like heavily. Definitely before I went to an actual schedule. Flip that around so I don't accidentally change my brush size. It just barely fits on my screen, so it's Tesla. I'll leave you here to eat. Another 10 minutes. Stupid cat. Posture check everybody on Shrimp and Spines. It's a quiet unshrimping today. Give your neck a little stretch. Yeah. There's Riffy at the door, trying to open it. I guess Tesla doesn't get the rest of his breakfast. Stumbles in overtired and shaking. Section 3, internal anxiety attack. Oh, Jesus. Are you okay, Fantasy? It's also wild to think that some of you have been here since the first Eggy. To first, and I had to go to get help from my laptop on the way back. Got a third anxiety attack. Well, I hope you feel better shortly. Sorry for my voice, it's a little bit weird. I had like a nosebleed before stream. It was really bad. It was bad enough that I dripped on my shirt. There's a blood stain on my shirt right front center. Get sick. Not allowed. Forbidden. Thing again hurts. Hopefully the stream can cheer me up. I'm ahead of you, Necromancer. 136,494 star shells. Words, that's a lot. I can't words. That's a lot of star shells. You're not ahead of me, I'll never catch up. Oh wait, I might have snuck you into my dad's campaign as a random encounter. Players can have a friendly, fun-loving necromancer. A necromancer, the life of the party. Brings new meaning to the life of the party. Stream was so quiet and then fantasy showed up and it's just like suddenly people interaction. It's lovely. Fantasy brings life too. It's this transition point for me where the light from the window is coming in, or the doorway or whatever it is. That's the hardest part for me. really neat that you played D&D with your dad. Meow. Max? Peak at some recommends exposed and was chaotic neutral. Maximum flexibility. River, you can't go inside the room. She's sleeping. You know this. how you doing? Good morning. Welcome back to the stream. We're doing Eggy 2.0. We have the one that I did in 2024. This is we're doing the new version to see how far we've come. So far, I think it's doing really well. No, Mathis, you can't have my orange drink. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Having a good day? Hope you're having a good day. You better be having a good day, because if not, we're gonna have to make you have a good day. Sounds so threatening. Yes, Mathis, I know you're a cat. You're homesick? Oh, man. Well, I'm gonna send you good vibes and hope you feel better soon. I thought it was strange that you were here so early. Mathis, you're putting holes in my shirt. I'm feeling fine, but I'm contagious. I'm staying home to be safe. Fair enough. I mean, COVID's still a thing. People just kind of forget that. You got shingles? Isn't there a vaccine for that? Ah! Hey, Dwarf. How you doing? Everybody posture check on shrimp and spines. Just give yourself a little sway. Maybe check your shoulder if you're drawing. Like me. Ooh. There's, you can get it when you turn 50. Well, I would think that you'd be able to get it earlier if you actually get shingles before that. How the hell did you get shingles before 50? Oh, you gotta pay for it if you get it before you turn 50, but after you're 50, you're good. What? That's dumb. Can you still get it, even though, like, can you still get the vaccine, even though you got the illness, or? Was it clearly they need to start giving it out younger. If you get chickenpox, you're susceptible to shingles. Yeah, I definitely had chickenpox as a child. Still, that really sucks. The government's dragging its heels on stupid things. Why 50? If people are getting in their 30s, they should be able to get the vaccine for free if they get it before 50. Oh, that was really nice of your doctor, Juice. People who are poor, vaccines really suck. You gotta pay for them. I never got the HPV vaccine because I was so sick when I was in school. I missed all of the vaccination days for that when they were giving it out. The doctor's like, well, you should have gotten it in high school. And I'm like, well, like, I was sick all the time. I didn't even know they were doing it. Oh, that's too bad. Guess you gotta pay for it now. I guess I'll just never have sex. Yay, food! Sai keeps leaving me her mushrooms because she doesn't like them from her food kit. She gets the factor meals, but she doesn't like mushrooms. She knows I really like mushrooms, so she's left me all of her mushrooms from this week. And I am going to make a prodigious omelet later. Start putting wood back in there. Wasn't offered until just after we left high school, unfortunately. Oh, that might be why. That's probably why. And then they're like, well, everybody before that, well, fuck you. Yep. Never mind, that's why I didn't get it. I got chicken pox because another parent was like, oh, my kid has chicken pox, party time. Jesus. This is what vaccines are for. Welcome back from the ants, dwarf. Enjoy your nap and shave fantasy. I can't remember if I said that. Ross Riders! Arrives for a lurk. Enjoy your nap day. You deserve it. Well, The table looks really nice. Let's ruin it. I hate doing this. It's a close approximation, right? I'd say. Curved top. Floating egg in space. Trust the process. Time for egg! 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 marinating the meat first and then wait just an hour. Oh. That's a shame. Think you're up for now? Welcome back, Ross. I'm pretty good. I mean, the spaghetti doesn't take very long at all, does it, Fantasy? If you want to eat everything at the same time, I would wait, because then your spaghetti will be cold. From the egg here. This is where it gets really hard, because you've got the tones reflecting on the table from the egg, and the egg reflecting the light and tones from the window back onto the table. And then the table has a reflection of the egg. And you're just like, ah! Brain overwhelmed! And it's casting a shadow. So not only is it reflecting on the table, it's casting a shadow on the table that you can just barely see. process. Not so trusting right now. Nathis, what do you want? You're putting holes in me, Mathis. Do you need a trim? I think Mathis might need a trim, guys. Oh, things are happening here. Exhausted and hungry. No, not that. Eating spaghetti first anyways. Alright. And well, as for me, I wish it wasn't stuck on cycle things like I should try to cook chicken thighs in the fridge that Food Face took out of the freezer, thinking it was my mom's because he assumed it was okay. Well, I mean, chicken thighs are tasty. Egg is wrong shape. Looking at through OBS. I was about to say something regarding the reflection of shadows, Taylor, regarding the egg. Yeah, we hadn't started on that yet. We were just still getting the egg in. Mathis, come here, buddy. You're very sharp. You need a trim. It's trim time. Luckily, I've got the clippers right here. You keep putting holes in me and it hurts. You're adorable and I love you, but you're just gonna have to deal with it. The problem with this cat is he just turns into a liquid when you pick him up. You're getting cat pedicure ASMR. Yes, Moomers, I know. This isn't the attention that you wanted, but it's the attention you're getting. There. Now you're all trimmed, buddy. Oh, okay, cat time. Okay, you want to face the door. Alright. There you go. It's like if I'm gonna be on my back, I want to be facing the door so I can see what's coming.
Oh yeah, I thought I'd tackle a cooked chicken. I hope it's not spoiled task right now.
Alright, here's one of the few rare cat times you're gonna get.
After I move, they're gone. I only know he's purring because I can feel it through my arm. Yep. Tesla doesn't cuddle as much, so, I don't know, maybe,
If I, if I can find a spot back home where Tesla hangs out consistently in my room, maybe I'll get a cat cam if he's like sleeping, but there wouldn't be much to the cat cam, it would just be him sleeping.
Are you satisfied now, Mathis?
Is the hair growing back on your belly?
Off you go.
I mean, I will definitely come and hang out with you, Mewtwo's, for sure. I mean, I'll be home, so I can actually come and hang out. Eggy was wrong shape. I want to fix Eggy. would be so hard. Every time I do this, I lose my mind a little bit more. don't guys. Hope you guys don't mind the lack of chatter. You know how I get when I get into the flow state. I'm just like, "Meh." Words, wordos. These are more co-working streams than chatting anyways most of the time, so I'm not too worried about it. Jenna, good morning. Thank you for coming by as always. Nice to see a new regular face. Hope we can all get lots done together today. Necromancer, buddy, meow. Thanks, Ross. Almost want to eat it. I'm hungry. Nig.
Not gonna lie, took a while to realize the background drawn isn't actually drawn.
Well, I will take that as a great compliment. Thank you. Actually, always loved painting wood. It has so much variation. It's a wee bit of a challenge. Figure out this transition point. Food good. I think I've spent 2 hours on this already. Time to zoom in and see all of our sins.
back, Kira. Hello, Aki. Good morning. Your morning meetings are canceled, so you're chilling. This is Eggy 2.0, Aki. I did an Eggy last year. By last year, I mean, like, really late 2024. It's one of my first streams back to streaming. Hydrate. I sex swapped one of my baseball anime rare pairs so I can write Women Loving Women. That's for Spirit City only. So when we're doing a co-working stream where I can't show what I'm working on because it might be too spicy for Twitch, I'll have Spirit City open. Or if I will be ever in the future working on something that like a client doesn't want me to show on Twitch, but I still want to stream while I work. No, my points. I'll see if I can refund that for you. Like a good streamer, I'm not even watching my own stream. There, your points should be refunded. See, eggy shape problem. Problem with eggy? Oh no.
It's a little over half of a year of improvement. There you go. Aggie 2.0 complete. When I do stream, I wish I had more than one monitor. It would make some things easier, like making sure my stream is even showing up for starters. Yeah, I only have one monitor as well, Ross. Ate one ball and I'm good, so saving the rest for later. I'm glad that you had good food. But yes, that is eggy improvement. My color sense has improved dramatically, and so is my spatial sense as well. So this is a good exercise to revisit. If only we had an egg emote. Don't tempt me. Just be an egg. Just be that egg. Yeah, I'd say that's a good level up. And I don't know how long I spent on the first one, but we're gonna have Eggy like the orb. The egg is still a bit of a funny shape, but that's because I was playing around with it too much. I could go in and fix it. Am I going to? No. This is good enough, I think. We know that I am capable of drawing egg. But that's a lot more accurate to the actual picture than before. So, marked improvement. The exercise works, guys. There is something I didn't want to fix. It's bothering me. Eggy is not long enough. I don't have enough highlight around the upper edge either. Let's see if I can fix that real quick. Well, it helps if I'm actually selecting the right layer. What's this do? Not what I want it to. Probably because I'm not even on the right layer still. Let's go back and try what I was doing before. Too much. There's always going to be parts that are going to bother me. because I know that I can do better. Weird happened there. What the heck is going on here? Hello? What the? I don't know what's happening. Canvas is 1 pixel too high. The egg jokes. Everything kind of excellent, extraordinary, exactly. Gox. What? Excited for you. I don't know what that other one was. See. Ghosting? Ghosting? I'm tired, okay? It's over there ignoring us. God damn it. So that, like, little ridge light is something that I had trouble with last time. Why is 5 so fucking hard to draw? There you go. No more touching, it's signed. An idea for a potion of conquest that turns a person good for 1 hour. An arc will be the first target. Good luck. I do want to try and spike arc with something. The potion of scruples. That's what we'll call it. There you go. Yeah, I still have a bit of trouble with that ridge light. But that's alright. It's mostly around the top of the egg that's the biggest problem. It's getting the right balance between the blue and the, like, very pale, creamy tan of the egg. So, there's still some problems with it. Again, the shape is wrong, but we're not going to touch it anymore. It is complete! The egg is complete. Eggy. Eggy, eggy, eggy. I like eggs. Eggs are delicious. Exhausting, probably. Would you say you're cracking up? All discombobulated, scrambled even. The task Eggy 2.0 complete. Carnage. We can work together, Spike Arc. Absolutely, and I know Arias will want in on that too. She's part of the Alchemist Guild, so maybe she can make the potion at your request. So many egg puns, I love it. Neg! Complete. But now what to do? We've got Fox and Crow, we've got the Succubus, and I'm setting up my design file for next year. So I've got some new inspiration, and I've got potential new color palettes. I definitely need to take a break for a moment. Tracking? Hello? Hello? Tracking? Hello? I definitely do need to take a break for a moment from painting. So it's definitely chat time. But yes, I've got some new inspiration. Potential new color palette. My sewing skills have increased dramatically. So, like my drawing, my sewing skills have gotten a lot better. And like, I had an urge to write last night, and I went back and read my old writing, and I'm like, this is shit. And it's like my most recent stuff too, and I'm like, I'm glad I never shared this. I'm doing a lot of telling and not showing. I still have a problem with that in my writing. What's wrong with the machine? Are you afraid of it? Do you not know how to use it? I've had to work without a serger, so I've had to find ways around like fabric fraying, so I've had to do things the old-fashioned way. Yeah, well, the only way you get better at these skills is by doing them, right? That's the great thing about skilled labor. Actually, I watched something last night on the architecture in Lord of the Rings, and it's all about skilled labor versus like the industrial age, and it's really neat. I shared it to Dwelling on the server. Highly recommend that you watch it, and the one on Dune as well. Like, it's so good. Like, her channel is so good. Dude, that's something I wrote 2 years ago. Man, it was shit. Yeah, yep. I mean, the first draft of what is now Witch Hunter Society, formerly Witching Hour. The first draft is so bad. Remind me to delete it before I die, so that no one ever sees it. To burn all the paper copies too, where my mom was like, I want to edit your book, but it has to be printed. I'm like, it's such a waste. Oh, it was so bad. I'm trying to find a balance, because at times I've been trying but too hard to do the showing and the telling. Yeah, it's just practice, right? It all comes with practice. Things where I just get anxious about how fast it goes and how easy it is to make a mistake. Yeah, my mom told me one time how, like, there was this girl when she was younger, and you know how, like, sewing for girls was, like, the be-all and end-all, you know, you gotta be able to sew for, like, taking care of your kids and shit. In the, you know, in the 1960s, right? And, she was too busy showing off to all the boys how she could sew, and her hand went into the machine and she got the sewing needle in her hand. It took me years to get over that story and be like, yes, I can sew. It's alright. The machine is not gonna bite me if I just pay attention. And yeah, Eileen, that character, or the two characters there are really pretty. Yeah. It's like, Mom, you told me this story and then you expect me to learn how to sew? Like, shit. But as I got older, I realized that, like, every machine is like that. Whether it's, you know, a sewing machine, a bandsaw, a drill. Like, there's that one video where there was, like, this thing for a while that people were doing where they put a corn on the cob on a drill. And then they would try and eat it while it was spinning. And, like, her long hair got caught in it and ripped it out. And now she has a bald patch because she ripped it out so hard that it ripped out, like, the actual physical roots of her hair. And then there's other people who have lost their teeth doing that. And it's like, well, what do you expect? It's a fucking power tool, guys. Like, people are so dumb. Aline, did you see the finished egg? Eggy is finished. Here's Eggy. Aline, I can't remember. Did I give you a shell? Have I given you a shell yet? I don't feel like I've given you a shell. Said that, ooh, until ex-friend scared me and I got a needle through my finger. Yeah. Getting a needle through your finger is probably not the greatest, but, like, sewing machines have more protections on them nowadays. I mean, yeah, it'll still go through your finger if you're pressing the pedal down and it's in the way, but it's a little bit harder to stick your finger in there. Honestly, I can barely tell which one's the reference pic. That's the idea. But thank you. But it's Eggy. And the one on top is the original one that I did in December. And, like, you can tell that, like, my ability to replicate something has gotten a lot better since then. Like, even, like, just looking at the table in the background, the color choices are better. They're still not perfect, but they never will be, because it's, you know, perceptual, right? But the color choices are better, the angle is better. And just, like, the egg overall looks more like an egg and not like a dumpling. The first one, the original first one that I did, looks more like a mochi than anything else. It doesn't have enough shine. The ridge lighting is wrong. The table is wrong. Everything's wrong. But I was still proud of it at the time, and I think that's what's important. I was like, I didn't give up, even though, like, at the time I knew it still wasn't quite right. And, like, there's things I like about it. I like the stylization that I did by accident, and, like, the way the wood looks like the grain has shrunk over the years and made these, like, ridges and divots along the grain line. And that's just completely accidental. The newer one is definitely more accurate to the material. But I'm proud of both of them. The first one was, well, it was my first one. I had never done this exercise before. I think I probably spent about the same amount of time on it. I feel like I did. So, like, it's just a marked improvement. So it's a measure of how well things have gone. One of the things that I missed in the first one is the shadow of the egg on the table. I got the reflection, but I didn't get the shadow. I'm looking at it now, and I'm like, wow, I completely left that out. This egg, it does not actually exist, but it half exists. It's a quantum egg. In the incident, I never used a sewing machine, but I'm done hand sewing my clothing for Conquest. You would probably know if you got a shell, because Nameless generally explains the shell every time you get one. Oh yeah, I already bought my ticket, Aline. I got my ticket. So now it's just the new costume, some more tea pets, which I will be working on duping the tea pets once I'm set up at my parents' place. And then selling tea pets. If I can find a place to get... Sorry, I'm stretching. If I can find a place to get stuff kiln fired, I will probably actually make the tea pets out of clay. I would prefer to get the right kind of clay, but I don't think that's possible for me. But Sculpey is good enough. And Fantasy has booped my snoot. It is the boop snoot, like the droop snoot, but a lot less weird. It is the snoot that gets booped. The boop snoot. Tea. The tea pets actually got a photo at Conquest this year too, which is great. Also, let me zoom in on these because they're pretty. These are some inspiration for next year. I don't know where the top one is from, but the lower one is one of those Chinese novels called, I think the English name is The Disabled Tyrant's Pet Fish, or The Disabled Tyrant's Beloved Pet Fish, that's it. And apparently it's one of those isekais, except like the character was reading this book and then they get isekai'd into the world, but they are a carp. They're literally just a koi. And they're like, well, how the fuck do I stop the guy from becoming an evil man as a goddamn fish? And that alone makes me want to read it. The top one, I don't know where that one's from. But I like the colors, and I like the vibe. I do have to make new horns. Then I have all sorts of other inspiration pieces. Let me turn off the tunic. Into our refs, and then there's other stuff here. So, as much as I like the boots that I got, I would rather have something more in character, and I'm thinking of something like this. These are hair clips. They're just like various things for inspiration. And then this is, I think this is a Genshin character or a Honkai Star Rail character. This is an AI variation of that. I found possible jewelry that they would make in the Demora Nation, using lots of like turquoise, driftwood, whatever. And just modernized outfit. And other various things. Stuff that I just saw that I'm like, could maybe incorporate that somehow. I don't know. But yeah, generally I just keep that one hidden, and then I'm gonna start doing design work again. A little modern fit, yeah. Honestly, like, I really like wearing medieval clothes. The problem is it's a little too weird. But, like, the clothes that I own now, I'm basically wearing to death. And, I'm working on designing my own stuff that's going to fit me better. And it's probably going to be more along the lines of the thing that I've designed here. Honestly, like, I wore my ring belt and my pouch that I bought at Conquest on the flight, and just like traveling home with a belt pouch was the best thing ever. I didn't have to keep fussing around to look for anything. I didn't have to like swing a little bag around from my back to like rifle through it to get stuff, and it was great. And I'm like, why did we stop using these? Why do we have purses instead? Purses are stupid. So I when I get more into leather crafting at my parents' place, because I think there's a Tandy in Ottawa. It's on the west end, so it's quite far, but I will have access to a vehicle, and I will be getting my license the rest of the way. I'll be able to actually go to the goddamn Tandy and, you know, look around and ask questions and learn things, because that's how I do. I don't like just going online and finding stuff and then trying it out, because that usually results in me getting the wrong thing. That's so real. I bought a little belt hanging pouch from a Ren Fair fit. Yeah, they're so convenient, and you could have so many of them. You can stack them and layer them, and you can have big ones and small ones and different ones for different things, and they're all just around your waist. You can even put locks on some of them so that people can't get into them. And like, why don't we do this more often? These are great. I don't know where I put it, but somewhere I have the last piece of Nameless's collar. I wonder if did I put it in the chest? No, it did not go in the Conquest chest, which means it's probably already packed up. Which is a little bit frustrating. It's already packed away. Locked away in a box somewhere. I was gonna take a picture of it to show you guys what was left of it, because there ain't much. But I have to incorporate that into my costume somewhere. I also need to figure out a new hairstyle, because I wasn't able to replace my hair beads, and doing the hair and the makeup every morning, it's like I'm gonna have to set an alarm at fucking Conquest. I hope next year the weather's really good too. I hope the weather's just good every year. We haven't had bad weather. The bad weather always, like, happens before or after the event. So far, in the 2 years that I've been. But yeah, I think the clothes that I had this year were pretty good. I didn't actually get these pants made. So these pants never existed. The pants that I have now are actually like I just had leggings. So I just had leggings that were really tight leggings, and then I had just like really poofy, super poofy pants that I sewed up at the sides. So I had like these super mega poofy pants. They were just like huge. I don't even know what I looked like in them because I had to make them in like a couple of hours. Mother gods are listening, yeah. Madodia. Don't jinx it. Look, my luck is so bad, maybe like it cancels out. But yeah, I had no idea what I looked like in those pants. I just I had no choice. And then on the last day, I was just like, fuck it, because like the pants had ripped. Because once again, made out of bed sheets, they don't last. And it was like really super hot. So I just left the pants off and I was just like in leggings. And that works too. Nobody complained about it, nobody said anything, so. But I think everybody was like way too hot. I did? Okay. The only photo I have is that one where it's just like my elbow up. And you can't even see the front of me, you only see the side of me, and all you see is the fact that, like, my flower mark on my forehead is, like, smudged. That's it. I want to go into that photo and just paint my flower mark back in properly, just so that it's there. But, yeah, those pants, they ripped, of course. And they were like a pale golden color. Let's see, the closest I can think. They were a little bit more brown than this. Just a little bit darker. We can adjust the color afterwards, but... And then, of course, the leggings were black. And they were absolutely massive. They were just like parachute pants. You know, something a little closer to that. Here. I can. Make quick adjustments, so it was something more like that for the outfit, which I actually didn't mind. The tunic was a lot shorter. I ended up cutting it off. Just because of the fabric limitations that I had. Let's see. So the outfit was probably a little bit more like that. Which isn't too bad for, like, how fast I had to make it. Doing that in the shade, Ross. I kinda liked having the lighter stuff on the bottom. The problem was, is you, like, sat in the grass or something and probably get grass stains on your butt. I know I got lots of, like, ash and dirt, and I was pretty dirty by the end of the event. Luckily, I had, those leggings, I ordered 2 packs of them, so I brought 6 of them with me, and they take up, like, no space at all. Which is the best thing, and they're so comfortable. Oh my god. Most comfortable pair of pants I've ever worn in my life. I even put my flamingo leggings in my giveaway bag. I'm going through all my clothes before I move and getting rid of as much as I can. Like the shirt I'm wearing now that I got the nosebleed all over. This shirt's probably gonna go because it's reaching the end of its days. And by go, I mean this one's probably just gonna go into the trash and not into the giveaway, because it has reached the end of its days, and I don't expect Value Village to deal with my garbage. I'll give away stuff that's in good condition, but the stuff that's in bad condition, which is most of what I own, let's be honest. I have both pairs of pajama pants that I have. Just gotta toss them. There's no point in keeping them at this point. And yeah, I only own 2 pairs of pajama pants. I have some pajama shorts, but I never wear those, and I think I might get rid of them too. Keep 1 pair. Just for the days when it's really, really, really hot. But yeah, I had to make emergency pants again. It's a conquest. It's it's like the conquest of pants, really. The pants of friendship, which completely fell apart, and like the fabric ripped and stuff, and then the new pants that I was gonna make, I didn't have enough fabric for it because I'm too fat. If I were half my size, I'd be able to make pants out of what I had, but I am not. Not yet. Getting there. Slowly. Very slowly. want to design something new, and I'm going to work my ass off, literally and figuratively, so that I can have fun at Conquest. And have a healthier life, and a longer one. Yeah. Small progress, better than no progress. Indeed. I did backslide quite a lot after the first conquest, and I actually gained weight instead of losing it, but I'm very slowly inching back down. It's so hard when you're big. It's so hard. But like I really want to be able to go to Conquest and, you know, have people look at me and be like, yeah, I could see that person would be an incubus instead of, you know, a pumpkin. Posture check! Everybody on Shrimpdine spines. Give your neck a little stretch. Not too much. Neck is sensitive. You don't want a crunchy neck like me. And just a little sway back and forth like seaweed in the ocean currents. Gotta unshrimp. Yep. Always check thine posture. Alright. Well, shall we consider rating someone? Or maybe it's too early, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There's CNOT and Mocha Maid, and they're playing Brotato right now. They're not doing any art. Maybe I just need to get up and get something to drink, go to the bathroom, and we can, I don't know, futz around with design ideas. Be right back. Everybody get up and stretch. Move your legs. Nani Nyan? Let us go check them out, and if they're still alive when we decide to go. Well, their art really is cute. It's adorable. Yeah, we might do some design shenanigans. I grabbed something to eat and something else to drink. Have some a bowl of cereals. Like the sad bowl of cereal that I had the other day, but then I decided, why do I have to consider it a sad bowl of cereal? It's just a small bowl of cereal. And then I'm like, but if I eat a small bowl of cereal, then I won't eat so much cereal. And then that will be better for me. So now it's just like, this is the bowl I use for cereal. So if I have cereal, this is the bowl. And it's my nice bowl too. The one that I usually keep on my desk. Because I don't want it in the cupboard, because I don't want it broken. But I'm going to be getting rid of all of my other dishes when I move. If I weren't worried about this bowl getting broken, I would take it to Conquest. Although, if the bowl does break, I can always kintsugi it back together. I got some food-safe resin to do faux kintsugi, which is that, like, gold repair method, where you use actual gold and, like, a kind of enamel, natural resin kind of thing. Except, the real process takes like 3 months. So I got some food safe resin, and I'm going to use food safe gold luster dust and mix it in with the resin and use that to kintsugi my stuff back together. Velcro booped his snoot against my finger that had ice cream on it. Now he's got ice cream on the tip of his nose. Oh, and Rivy saw me feeding ice cream to Velcro. Have an ice cream sandwich. Cats. I mean, I have very specific talents, Hera. Very specific talents. I've never done kintsugi before, so I'll see how it goes. Tea. I need a sippy of both. Dancing? No, can't do that. Terrible at dancing. Anything that requires, like, foot coordination? Absolutely not. Even though, like, I want to learn. But there's no space to do that here. Even at my parents' place, there isn't really any space. Not space that I'm willing to use, anyways, because there's, like, the front yard and the backyard. And the neighbors can see everything, and I'm like, I am not. No. I have to go find a clearing in the woods. And even then, well, what I have are two of those big silk fans with the. They're just fans with silk, and the chat got me those. Now, I think it was Necromancer who got me the fans, and I have yet to practice with them, but I do want to learn how to fan dance. Because that's one of the things that Nameless used to do. But it's a skill I don't have, but I'm like, I can learn. And dancing is very good for you and your fitness. I have a Chinese flute too, and I'm really bad at it. I can play the European flute, sort of. It's been a long time, but I'm really bad at the Chinese flute. The Dijia. Which Necromancer also got for me. Thank you, Necromancer. Ow! Cat! Can't have any more ice cream, you're already fat. I can't have any more ice cream either. Don't torment Necromancer with feet. That's mean. Fantasy's got a mean streak in her. Please eat whatever you want. No. I mean, I still will, but I just wanted an ice cream sandwich, but so does Velcro. But Velcro is a cat, and he shouldn't have it, because it's not good for him. He'll get sick if he eats too much. But I also can't resist that stupid face of his. I hope he's not gonna think that I abandon him when I leave. I'll feel bad about that. Well, I was talking to Kat and myself. I shouldn't have ice cream sandwiches either. But summertime is ice cream sandwich time, and I certainly won't get ice cream sandwiches at my parents' place, because they'll be like, you're fat, you need to lose weight, it's unhealthy, you shouldn't eat that, and it'll just feel bad about anything I put in my face. They're not being mean about it, they're just, you know, worried about me. So I'm getting it out of the way now. Ice cream sandwich for breakfast. I'll make my omelet for dinner. Omelet is healthy. It'll have like garlic, mushrooms, and cheese. And of course, egg. Look at that. Ice cream sandwich. As soon as I put the last piece in my mouth, Velcro's gone. He's like, yep, no more. He's surprisingly smart for a cat. No, actually, I say for a cat, but cats are pretty smart. So, I guess I gotta bring up some of my other design files. I can't believe I created the initial inspiration board in 2022. Cats can also be dumb, lovingly. Yeah. Moko Maid? I'm not raiding. Not right now. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, we're not raiding out right now. I wanted to go with some design stuff. The character has changed quite a bit over the years. I have a number of files for Nameless now. These are all the original variations. For the Level Up LARP contest that got me the ticket. I still have those sleeves. The color didn't come out quite right because I didn't know how to dye stuff. The whole like bottom half of this design is just so bad. Honestly, like when Kit says just to have like, you know, dangly bits off your belt, it's true. Because basically none of these are great. And this one, it's mostly about the belt. What else have I got? That's another variation. More variations. All of the old versions. Yeah, basically starting from scratch again, though I do like the fact that I didn't get the pants done again, and I was forced to pivot and make something random, and that's what started shifting me towards, like, the golds and oranges. Eating my cereal before it gets too soggy. So, like, initially, the reason I chose the, like, turquoise aqua color was because, like, I created the Demora as, like, a writing exercise for fun. Because I was like, well, I'm never going to be able to go to Reckoning, but like, how would this fit into the Reckoning world? Because when I first created the Demora, I didn't think I was going to be going to Conquest either.
And Nameless was a result of me having to create a character to go to Conquest, but the Demora were a result of me, like, you know, how would this fit in a Reckoning, right? And the factions all have very specific color scheming. So, like, the Viking-esque ones are blue, the Middle Eastern are gold, and the, like, I guess, Ranger-style people are green. And the, like, Imperial types are red. And non-combatants are purple. And so, I was like, well, what colors do I have left? And it was basically, like, pink or turquoise. Or brown. So, naturally I went with the turquoise. Because pink is still too close to red. And, like, orange is too close to red or yellow. But, like, turquoise and teal are different enough from blue and green that, I can work with that. Plus, I don't look great in orange or yellow. I don't look great in those colors. Well, depending on the colors. Like, the ones that are on screen are shades that I can wear. Like, the soft peach and the corals and... And when I saw the lower character with the turquoise, teal, aqua, and then the bright orange, I was like, yes, that's a combination I really, really like. It's a beautiful combination. And then I started searching more for that character, and then I found the other one that's above it. And I was like, flowers, flowy robes, the colors that I like. Yep, we're going with this. And now my goal is to try and blend it in with what I already have, and maybe I want to look at, like, going, like, a direction of, like, a capsule wardrobe. So that, like, I have a couple of statement pieces that overlap with lots of underlying layers. So one thing that I always use is the Jinbei, which is the white shirt. I have a black one, but the black one doesn't layer as well on the bottom. It's kind of weird. I think maybe if I had, like, lighter tops, the black would be a good underlayer. But the black one is what I wore home on the plane. Because I didn't wear it for the entirety of Conquest. It was, like, the only clean thing I had, other than one pair of leggings. I mean, I'm sure I still smelled like a campfire on the plane. There's no doubt about that. But, like, my shirt didn't last, so, like, the collar was already coming off. And one of the changes to the shirt that happened, too, as well, is the collar became black because I ran out of fabric, and the one I had initially cut out ended up being too small. So once again, I was forced to pivot, and I made the collar black. And it ended up being all the same color because I couldn't get the whatchamacallit. I couldn't take the time to dye the center panel a different color. And of course, I definitely didn't have time to put the Dendronia logo on the back of the shirt, so there's that too. The dye job was a little bit brighter. So let's duplicate that layer so we don't mess it up. Well, actually, we already did that. So, we ended up being quite a bit brighter and more saturated, I think. I'll have to check the photo. I think her hue was a little bit different too. We were more in the blues. Yeah, I think in the end we ended up looking more like that than anything else. And of course I don't have a belt like that. I just had my black ring belt. But I was comfortable, and that was a big difference from the year before. One of the things I didn't like about my costume last year is that my really big sleeves kept catching on things and then it would rip. Same thing happened to my pants. They got caught on the edge of a bench and they ripped, but that's more of the fabric that I used, why it ripped. So, there's that. It ripped because of the fabric, but it did catch on things, which is no bueno. And here I am, looking at making another very floofy costume. With lots of fabric. That's gonna get caught on things again. So, I think the goal is to go for more of a capsule approach so that I have options. So days it's really hot, I have something really thin and light I can wear. And if I'm doing something more active, I can switch to something that's a better fit, like the one I wore this year. So it doesn't catch on things. Also, the giant poofy pants will be a little less giant and poofy. Because that was a problem. So they won't get caught on things as much if they're a little bit less. And also, if I'm going to like a diplomatic thing, then I will have something really nice that I could just quickly throw on and change. But I'm generally a non-combatant character. I would like to participate in combat at least once, because I think that would be a lot of fun. And there's always opportunities to find free Velita cards on the battlefield. I don't know how they quote unquote drop on the battlefield. I have to ask people for more information about that. But I would like to try and find some of the rarer cards next year. Velcro is back, looking at my cereal now. Be strong. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna give them this cinnamon in it. I'm not sure that's good for cats. Because I'm eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch, the superior cereal. Fantasy, there are all kinds of people at Conquest. There are people with simple outfits, there are people with complicated outfits. It depends on what you're comfortable in. You will not be out of place if you go in a simple Viking tunic, put a nice trim on it. That's all you need. Change your silhouette with a belt. Hello, Velcro. He's standing right in front of my tracking. But don't feel like your idea is meh. I mean, Senko doesn't even have a background for his character yet. And he's been going for 2 years. Ah, Velcro. But yeah, you can wear a simple tunic, and how you zhuzh up a simple tunic is you get a cool belt, and you put stuff on your belt, stuff that's relevant to your character. Get a nice trim on your tunic. That can make all the difference in the world. Scrim. You get such a small scrim.
Please tell me you can hear him. Thanks for the hydrate now. And a stretch. Are you gonna stretch with me, Velcro? Dead and dinos. Dead and dinos. Stretch. You're the one who came up here, Velcro. You get snuggles whether you like it or not. What is my avatar doing? Screamy baby. I'm gonna miss you so much. You're basically my baby. Can I kidnap you? Yeah? Wanna come and live with me and Tesla? There we go. I rassled him enough. He'll leave me alone for a little while now. But yeah, fantasy, my offer to help you design your character still stands. But yes, Velcro, he's very much a, I cuddle when I want to. Neff is doing a lot of lurking. Lurky Neff. I was right for him to be Neff number 1 because the other 2 Neffs haven't come back. I was hoping that we'd be able to raid, Zeogrim today. Yeah, Neff 2 and 3, they never came back. It's Neferspec and, what was the other one? Neferspec was Neff number 2, I think. Can't remember who Neff number 3 was. maybe Discord, not Discord, Twitch was like, oh, this one Neff likes this person. Maybe we should have the other Neffs get recommended. Alright, so we have Evan and possibly a new person. I think we'll raid a new person today. I do want to design on stream, but I'm also really bad at designing on stream because there's a lot of humming and hawing, and I don't have quite a concept yet for where I want to go with these designs and colors. And I'm painted out for today. So we're going to raid Naninyan _ Their art looks cute. They were recommended by a frond. So, we're gonna go. We're off sailing to other waters. I hope you guys liked Eggy 2.0 today. It went pretty well, I think. And as usual, I do mean it when I say it. I love you all. Bye-bye. Third. Oh, nice. Alright. Well, third raid for them. Congrats. Bye-bye.